What's going on, guys? Well, we're in the second half of March 2015, and I think it's time for an EDC update. Yeah, that's right. If you're new to these videos, EDC stands for Everyday Carry, and the purpose of these videos is to show you what I carried, you guessed it, every day. Now, there's a constant rotation for myself with knives and flashlights and gear. Some things don't change too often, you know, like my phone. Basically, we all have our phone for a longer duration of time, you know. Maybe a gun, because it's more expensive. You're not buying new guns every week. At least not everyone can afford to. You know, stuff like the wallet. But there's lots of other little stuff that's constantly changing, and particularly because my biggest passion and biggest hobby are knives, I constantly have a new rotation of knives, okay? And this month is no different. A lot more knives to try out and test and carry. All right, so we're gonna get to that a little bit later in the video. First, I wanna start the video off by talking about something that I get questions on almost weekly, at least bi-weekly. Someone will send me a message that says, "Hey Jeff, I saw your EDC update and I wanna know how in the hell you carry all that stuff." Some people actually think I lie. Some people think that I throw a bunch of crap on the table and that I don't carry any of it. I'm basically walking around with my thumb up my ass. Now, to the best of my recollection, I don't think my thumb's actually ever been up my ass before. Don't really know 100% though. I will tell you I did carry all this stuff today. And I'm gonna tell you the secret on how to carry gear like this every single day. It's really, really simple. You don't have to go out and buy clown pants. You don't have to have your friends help carry your stuff. You don't have to get the most expensive new tactical pants either. All you need is a good belt. And I've learned this the hard way because many, many years I carried lots and lots of stuff, but I didn't have a good belt. So I was that guy constantly picking up my pants, constantly fidgeting with the things in my pockets because I love my knives and my flashlights. I didn't always carry a gun when I was younger, you know, but I always had tons of stuff. I'm the guy that carries 3, 4 knives at a time. You know, I'm the guy that carries handcuffs today. Why the hell do I have handcuffs? We're gonna talk about that later too, because I know that's bugging you. You're like, yeah, gun, yeah, Jeff. What's that? Those handcuffs? Yes, they are. We'll talk about that later in the video. But yeah, I carried all this stuff today, and you know what? It was comfortable. And I'll tell you why it was comfortable. That damn belt. Specifically, if you're going to carry a gun, okay? Let's say you don't carry a gun at all. If you're carrying a bunch of gear, this still applies to you. But very specifically to all the guys out there and gals that carry guns, if you're going to carry it on your waist, you have to invest in a good belt. Not a regular belt, not the best belt at Walmart or Target. I'm talking about a specific gun belt. A belt that's stiffer and more rigid and will actually carry and support all this weight, okay? If you're looking to get a gun or if you're new to guns, the first thing you're gonna ask yourself is what gun to get. Yeah, there's thousands of them. That's a big question. Once you settle on what gun you want, the next biggest question is, oh man, what's the best holster? And people usually stop there. They get themselves a good gun, they get a good holster, but then they find they're still having a hard time carrying it. And the reason is they never invested in a good gun belt. The gun belt is just as important as your holster, in my opinion, in order to be able to comfortably carry a gun. But again, if you're not into guns, can't have guns, don't care about them at all, if you're carrying a bunch of stuff, you're still going to want to get yourself a good belt. So that's where the secret lies. A good belt will support your pants. You'll comfortably carry extra weight and all this extra gear if that's something you want to do. Not everyone's into it. You know, I know guys that love stuff like this, but they have big collections, but they don't carry any of it because they live in warmer climates, or like, let's say summertime's coming up, spring's coming up. You know, some people are walking around with flip-flops and gym shorts and a tank top. You know, you can't carry all this crap with some gym shorts. It's just not going to happen. Now, when I transition over to shorts, I still wear cargo shorts, and I still have my nice belt. So I don't have to worry about stuff like that. The one thing I will downgrade with the springtime coming up is I will go back to my Kel-Tec because it's a smaller gun. I personally just like to conceal carry. I have open carry before, but for all intent purposes, I'm concealed carrying more times than I'm open carrying. So I don't want to print. I don't want people to know I have a gun for multiple reasons. So when I switch to a t-shirt and I'm not wearing a jacket or a hoodie or something like that, I tend to go with my smaller gun just so it doesn't print as easily. But besides that, most of the stuff I'll still carry even when it's warm out because I still can comfortably do so with the proper belt. So now that that's out of the way, I explained the belt situation. Let's talk about what we're looking at, what kind of gear is on the table, and what kind of gear is off the table, which you can't see. So, first off with the old stuff. While it's still the same, I do have the card sharp in here. Since I reviewed it, haven't touched it. There's no reason to. We know all how it works. We know its purpose. I have lots of other blades to be testing. So that's in there just in case, but I don't use it. Watch, that Spovan watch I did a review on not too long ago. I'm still rocking this one because I still I have not yet, see, I make up shit all the time, these words. Use that one next time. Say not yet. Not yet. I have not yet done that. I have not yet gotten a battery for my G-Shock. Not because I'm lazy, but honestly, it's because I forgot. I was at the store a couple times. I could have got it, but I forgot to get it because it wasn't a top priority in my life right now. But eventually I will, and when I do, I'll go back to the G-Shock. On the topic of watches, I was thinking about this yesterday. The one watch of all that I missed the most getting rid of was the Maritech Pilot watch. If you guys own one, congratulations, you got yourself a kick-ass watch. I think the reason it came up in my mind because I was watching one of Humans for Targets 2, his video, Paul, and I think Paul has one. I happened to spot it on his wrist in one of his videos, and it reminded me of my old one. But anyway, badass watch. Phone's the same. A black Magpul case. I might swap over. I have a J. Crew like brown leather case. I kind of save it for special occasions. I don't know why. You know, I have like my one, you know, really nice this, one really nice that, and I always save it for some kind of special occasion. I don't know why. I'm going to start swapping over and using some of my nicer stuff, I guess. You know, I can't take it with me when I die, so I might as well enjoy it now instead of waiting for that one special moment, right? So I might switch over to that brown leather casing for the phone. But for now, still using the Magpul case. Do love them. Can't go wrong with those. As far as my light, still rocking the Baton SR15 from Olights. Still awesome. Love the magnetic bottom. It's probably one of the coolest features on it. We'll go back to some of the Archer flashlights from Through Night. You'll see more videos of those in the future. As far as the keys changed a little bit. You guys remember this? This is old school EDC for me. I used to carry this on my keys for a long, long time. This is a Maritech sculpted stainless steel bead. It's pretty large, pretty hefty. I actually gave this to my dad when he got his motorcycle. He got a Harley. When he got rid of his bike, he stopped using this because, I mean, that was just on his Harley keys. And, you know, eventually I saw it hanging up on the thing. I was asking if he used it. He wasn't using it, so I took it back to start rocking again. It's pretty badass. Also, you'll notice I did throw on the handcuff key on the keys to go with the handcuffs, which again, we'll talk about a little later. I know that curiosity is killing you. But anyway, yeah, besides that, everything else is pretty much the same. So, moving on to the Zippo, still rocking the replica. Just absolutely love it. Super cool. Can't go wrong with any Zippo, really. I mean, they all work the same. But the replicas, I don't know, I just kind of like them a little bit more. They have a little more class to me, just something that's different, to be honest. But a Zippo will represent your style, and the coolest thing about Zippos is there's so many damn different models and different looks, it can basically represent anyone. Whether you're the gothic guy, or the princess girl, or, you know, the hard worker, the blue-collar guy. I mean, there's a Zippo for everyone. So I just happen to like the replicas. Super cool. Started carrying some breath mint juice stuff, and to be honest, this was an impulse purchase. I was at Rite Aid standing online. I think I was getting some Advil or something, and it was sitting there, 2 for $1, so I got it. And it sucks, but I'm still carrying it because I already bought it. But yeah, it's just some breath freshener. When I got those juices recently, I got a wristband, so I've been rocking that too, White Rhino, the E-Juice. As far as the gun's still the same. Most of you guys already know it. It's the Glock 36. Magazine's out for the video. I will not safety check it because you are not in any danger. And to be honest, neither am I. So no reason to check that for it. Alien Gear holster. Still love this thing. I want to show you this before I fixed it. This side is floppy. I have no idea why this one got a little loose on me. It's a very simple fix. Just literally just tighten that screw. But this one's still nice and stiff. I love this thing. I absolutely love this holster. You will definitely see a review on this. It's going to be a very positive review. It's basically, I mean, there's a lot of the combo holsters with, you know, leather and Kydex. Just this material just does it for me. It's awesome. It's like a bicycle seat. That's the best way I can describe it. We'll talk more about that in the review, but this has been doing me very well. And I've been carrying this Glock much, much more just because of the fact that the holster is so comfortable to me. Magazine in the gun, of course, and spare magazine in the off pocket in my pants. Alright guys, let's talk some knives. I still have the MT neck knife. I'm going to retire it today simply because of the fact I have other neck knives to start using and trying for future reviews. But I love this. This is easily in top 3 favorite neck knives of all time. I have to say the Custom Minimalist, the Jason Browse, Silent Soldiers, any of them, and this knife are my 3 favorite neck knives. They all have their pros and cons, you know, for weight and capability and all that kind of stuff, but it's just super, super badass. So you'll see a review on this. Just stayed amazingly sharp. only stropped it 3 times since I've used it. Now theoretically, at the end of the day, if you have been using your knife, you should give it a couple passes on the strop, but I didn't, and it held a beautiful, beautiful edge. Just really impressed with that. But like I said, because of the other neck knives I want to start carrying and using, I got to put this one off to the side. And it is sad, and I will definitely revisit this. Okay, this is not the end of this knife. When I'm not testing other neck knives, this is probably the one I'm going to go back to start using again. As far as folders, that's right, this is the large Kershaw Cryo. I did a review on the smaller version, and I have to mention I like the new one, and I had an awesome viewer from Canada who sent me his, which he didn't like. He said, hey, you know what, I didn't like this, but you check it out. This one, I believe, got sent back to Kershaw for a new torsion bar, which unfortunately is a common problem with some of the assisted knives. The torsion bars end up breaking. Kershaw's customer service is top-notch, though. I mean, they replace them very easily. It's not a big deal, but at the same time, it kind of is a big deal. You kind of expect it to work out of the box and not have a problem, but at least they make up for that with their customer service. But he didn't like it all that much, so he sent it off to me to try. Of course, I have that new Schmuckatelli lanyard and bead, super cool. Starting to get used to using a lanyard on a folder again. I haven't used a lanyard in years on a folding knife, but yeah, I'm kind of liking it again. I mean, when it's sitting in your pocket, especially, you know, you're carrying a tip up, it's hanging out there, you need your knife, you go to grab it, pulls out very easily. It's just, I don't know, I'm starting to get used to it again. So anyway, that's the Kershaw Cryo, the large Cryo. Besides that, there's 4 more folders that have been my EDC rotation lately, and I want you guys to play a game and guess these folders. Folder number 1, popular design. Been using this a lot, going to do a review on that very, very soon. Folder number 2, also a very popular knife, very affordable knife. Review coming on that very soon. Folder number 3, haven't been using it as much, but we'll start using it more for a review eventually. Showed that recently in an unboxing video. And folder number 4 doesn't need any introduction, but it's badass, and it doesn't even need a review. You guys already know it's an amazing knife, but I will do a review on it in the future anyway for those who are interested in the full details as to my experiences with it. So yes, I want you guys to tell me what 4 knives these are. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. You guys are awesome, I know you already know. But figure why not have a fun little game. Alright guys, so finally, let's talk about the cuffs. Why do I have handcuffs? To be honest, this is just one of those things that doesn't have a great explanation behind it. I don't have a legitimate reason to have handcuffs, except for I wanted to try some handcuffs. I think we're all guilty every now and then. Could be getting an expensive knife, could be getting a new gun, you know, a new flashlight. Do we really need a new flashlight? Probably not. You probably got 5, 6 flashlights already. But you want to try out something because it looked pretty damn cool. And that is the reason why I got these cuffs, because they look pretty damn cool. And I was curious as to see what real cuffs would be like. Alright, I wanted to practice picking these cuffs, picking the lock. I also wanted to practice using them, practice getting out of cuffs. Not that I have anything planned, it's just a curiosity of mine. You know what I mean? I saw these in the catalog, Schrade's catalog. These are put out by Schrade, if you didn't see that on them already. And I was surprised to see they actually make handcuffs, completely different than knives. So my curiosity got the best of me, and I ended up getting 3 different kinds from them. A cheap kind, like a super cheap kind. I got these. I also got a different style that uses like a hinge as opposed to the chain, just to try them out.